Hello everyone, I am Lisa Clark and I am the Senior Editor of Curriculum Resources at Concordia Publishing House, and I'm going to talk to you today about Enduring Faith, grades 7 through 8. I'm going to quickly click through a few slides. If you have not seen the videos talking about Enduring Faith and the developmental goals, the scope and sequence and how that all aligns, the Lutheran religion standards and Enduring Faith's commitment to addressing all of those standards in the curriculum. All of those things are things that we have in other videos, so we'd really love for you to take a look at that. Today I want to focus primarily on grades 7 and 8, so you can see those teacher guides right there. Every teacher guide has 70 lessons. There are 2 sessions per lesson. Session 1, Bible learning. Session 2, faith application. For grades 7 and 8, that blends a little bit. But we wanted to make sure that Enduring Faith, we spent a balance of making sure that kids knew the Bible, but also understood what their faith means to them and their identity in Jesus Christ. So you will see that in the curriculum design for each lesson. There's 4 units of Old Testament, 4 units of New Testament, and yes, those of you who teach grade 7, your scope and sequence will align with the rest of the school. So that will be something new if you previously used one in Christ. Especially as your kids are older in your classes, you're going to be looking at connections. You're going to show that there are consistent themes throughout for the different lessons from grade to grade, but also you're going to look at those pre-assessments and project ideas as they are getting older and being able to work together more. That it's going to be one of the things that you're going to pay attention to probably. Classroom devotions, students can read those devotions to their class. Those are 1 per lesson. We do have 2 sessions per lesson. And again, the first session, the goal primarily is to get them into the Word. And the second session, one of the goals is to make sure that kids are looking at their faith and applying it into their lives. You'll know lesson extenders. We still have those different ways to extend learning throughout the week and whatever ways work for you. For grades 5 through 8, you're going to see this covenant connection. You're going to see how Jesus is prophesied in the New Old Testament and how Jesus fulfills prophecy in the New Testament. So that covenant connection will be for every lesson for all of your levels. You're going to notice for grades 7 and 8, instead of seeing things like a narrative, you're going to see questions about the Bible. The idea, of course, is that your students are going to be reading from the Bible and then making connections. Sometimes it looks very simple. You're not always going to see fill in the blank. Sometimes you will. But there's going to be a lot more time for discussion. So we encourage you to think about having a notebook. Asking your students to have notebooks for their religion class so that when there are those deep questions and deep thoughts, they have time to jot those things down to allow for some classroom discussion time. You'll also see in page 2, session 2, often life application, there's going to be a lot more connections now. Transfiguration lesson talking about Psalms and how those help you through, how Jesus is with us always, for example. So you're going to see different ways, especially in 7 and 8, how the accounts are connecting throughout the Bible and really trying to give kids tools that they can use throughout their lives. Glossary is important. You have a 7th grader who's never known anything about the Bible and is now your student. We have a glossary at the back of that student book and also available digitally. You could offer those to your parents as well. So that they can get definitions for the terms and that those definitions have different levels of difficulty. So no matter what grade your students are, whatever prior knowledge they have a consistent glossary to help them through and learn the faith. For grade 7 and 8, the Bibles that we are going to be referencing are Faith Alive Bible and Lutheran Study Bible, hymnals, One and All Rejoice, Lutheran Service Book, and Catechism. Of course, Luther Small Catechism with explanation. Those are the references that we will be talking about using in your resources. There are digital tools. We have a video on that. Please take a look on how that works. But the most important thing right now is ask if you have any questions. Let us know if you have specific questions for your level. We'd love to hear from you and help you out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.